time he does this. If he really wanted to hurt me, he would have did it. But that's he looks out.
I look at that totally different.
Nobody asked.
Well, I'm saying, it's my job to talk. So.
Welcome to Lena Listens. Disclaimer: if you don't want to hear about the 3 Drake albums or a few things the JBP thought about the albums, then catch me on the next one, y'all. It's totally okay. The fellas got right into Iceman song by song, and you know what's funny? When I first heard the album, I had a feeling who would like which songs. I instantly knew Joe would like that Ran to Atlanta because it's definitely giving club hit. That one is gonna ring loud in the clubs, and I'm not even a club girly for real, and you can just tell, especially when the beat drops, the beat flips, and Future do what he does. This was the crew for the episode. No Flip, no Mona, and Flip tweeting his Starbucks order legit made me laugh out loud because once I saw that there were 3 albums, I knew we weren't going to see Flip. I was worried for Ish though. I was worried for Ish because that was a lot to listen to before taping. But back to the pod. They had the same thought as I did. What if Drake dropped 3 albums at once to satisfy the UMG album obligation? That was the first thing I thought of when I saw that 3 albums was coming at once. And it makes sense, especially when you listen to Make Them Pay, which is probably my favorite song on Iceman. I grew up in the music house and the sample instantly caught my ear. Drake was rapping and singing from the soul on that song. I Just Want to Be Free. Instantly thought of the label and just overall free will. I really like that song. A moment that stood out to me a lot though was Joe's thoughts behind Drake's diss on Make Them Remember. He sees it as Drake looking out in a way for sending a few bars his way. I mean, I can see that, but at the same time, I agreed with the room. Well, their faces and body language rather. The other side of that coin, how they was looking was like, yeah, I don't know, man. That's just what it was given for them. I said, however you cope. And sidebar, Free's really been saying what's on his mind lately. He don't give a blank, boy. When Joe was explaining his thoughts behind the diss and how the song could have just ended after the Duck and Drake line, Free said, nah, open that laptop, let the song finish. And to be honest, he's been rolling for a week now of these moments. You just gotta catch them when you catch them. But back to Joe for a second. Joe's whole thing is he was just trying to tell Drake it's time to grow up a bit, trying to show him a different perspective, etc., etc., etc. And Joe believes he deserves an apology. Because if we're being honest, let's just stick with me. If we're being honest, Drake used the downtime from after the battle to reflect. He sat down with himself and he found out the hard way and in real time that these people were never his friend for real. We're not going to act like almost everyone who received the Drake feature careers didn't skyrocket. At one point, he was the person folks will want on their songs to catapult their careers. And when you see people in the field that you thought were your friends treat you like scum during a battle, I know that had to sting a bit. Rick Ross's behaviors alone is crazy to me. But it just goes to show that these industry folks are simply just industry folks. You'd be lucky to walk away with a real friend in Hollywood, and Drake learned that in real time and applied it to this album. Now, with all this being said, do you think Drake should give Joe some sort of an apology? Or did Make Them Remember suffice? They touched on Maid Of Honour, and to be honest, I'm shocked that the majority of the room liked that album. I'm on the side of liking it as well. If you've been here for a minute, I tell y'all often how eclectic my music range is, and that's why I liked Maid Of Honour. On the first song, Garden Tool Phase, because I just hate that he named this whole phase. Like, sir, I actually really like this song, so it could have been named something else. But anyway, I don't know if you guys caught the Fergie Fergalicious and Crystal Waters Gypsy Woman samples, but when that beat dropped, oh my goodness. Ladies, whatever your hips do, let them do their thing. Just let it go. Just let it rock out. Let it rock out. That album is hip hop combined with a mix of house, club, and dance hall in a way. You know, definitely hits in the car, in the gym, and at a rooftop. It's going. That album is going anywhere. Just give it time. Watch what it do in the summertime. 304 Phase, Road Trip, Amazing Shape, BBW, High Fives are a few I enjoyed from that album. Stuck has an early 90s vibe to it. I liked it. Habibti, or Habibti, however you pronounce it, has an R&B feel to it that I've personally enjoyed, and so did the fellas apparently. Safe to say, everyone's favorite is Classic. When I heard that, I was like, oh yeah, this is the one. This is the one. Talk about versatility, man. A lot of these beats on that album, on the Habibti album, you can hear your 90s R&B faves on. You can hear Avant on some of these beats. You can hear Joe on some of these beats. My ear instantly said, oh, I can hear Joe on this. Like Joe the singer, not Joe Budden. You know? Now, Joe said something that I was kind of thinking. He said, B-Dot, we brought you up here thinking you were going to have something to say. I'm paraphrasing a bit. And I kind of felt that way too. Don't get me wrong. He voiced his opinions, but I guess I was looking for pod 1 and 2 B-Dot. The way he was breaking things down in his earlier pods, I don't know. I probably sound extra, but that's just how I felt as I was watching this episode. Then boom, it got mentioned on the pod. So yeah. I definitely see them coming back next week with more thoughts. This was a lot of music to sit with and dissect before taping the pod. A lot of these you have to catch outside. I gave them a test run in the car last night, windows down, hair blowing in the wind, and it was nice. Which songs do you have on repeat? Which album do you like the most? Or are you kind of undecided? Do you need to sit with the music a bit more? Or do you not care for any of it at all? Ladies, put on Maid of Honour for your workouts. If you use a walking pad or a treadmill, incline to what you can tolerate. Walking speed, 2.8 or 3 if you can tolerate it. Thank me later. Pun intended. I like that the fellas were able to give props when due for these albums. I thought they were honest. Overall, it was a good pod to me. I really liked it. I honestly like all 3 albums. There's something here for everyone. Iceman didn't have any skips for me really. But, when we got to Little Birdie, I said either Drake has been chilling with Kodak or that man has been chilling in Fort Lauderdale or Jacksonville, Florida. Get that man some licks, because it was definitely giving that vibe, that Floridian vibe. There were 2 songs on the album that had that kind of feel to it for me on Iceman. Absolutely love the beat selections. The Migos ad-libs reminded me of their song T-Shirt. Y'all remember that? Dang, man, what a time. What a time. And Make Them Know was a good way to end the album to me. Did you catch it? Did you catch this episode? If so, drop your thoughts below. As always, feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments. If you're feeling the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, y'all, bye.